As I'm filthy rich, Microsoft sent me a begging letter for poor little Bill Gates. Apparently he needs a monthly stipend to control painful symptoms caused by inflammation of the greed gland. As his treatment involves the purchase of vast quantities of land, he needs my YouTube loot.
Savvy! Convincing you to store your data for free, then charging you over £200 a decade once you've stored it. That's a boss move!
Well, not that smart. Due to inflation, the £200 subscription is only going to be worth £50 in 10 years, so the joke's on him.
Either way, to avoid paying, my inner Scrooge rifled through my OneDrive, willing to delete my fondest memories to save a few quid, and I found these drills. So this is the snap-down drill.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Look, this is why track is whack and people do CrossFit, which was made 22 minutes ago. Look, say it like it's slightly dangerous, intriguing, snap-downs, and sell those benefits. Snap-downs.
Well, the benefits are, as a drill, it's a way of improving your frontside mechanics. The emphasis is on driving that leg down and back as fast as possible and creating that impact on the floor.
Hey, boring teacher, that's a feature. Clueless, both of you. You do high knees and then snap downs. Jenkins, stop yapping and get on with it. They're called snap downs, not yap downs.
Okay, benefit. Well, you're trying to get a bigger range of movement than normal, so you have even more power in the drive down when you sprint. Benefit.
Rubbish! What self-respecting athlete would sprint with a knee angle that high?
True, but you're trying to benefit from the stretch shortening response in the glute of the drive knee. If the glute is put under a quick stretch, as the knee drives up slightly, you get a plyometric reaction and the contraction is that much more pronounced.
Faster time, get to the line in a faster time. Money! That's the benefit.
Right. Well, the benefit is taking the glute to end range and driving it back down as quickly as possible.
Just because you say benefit, don't make it so. Sell it.
Okay, the foot is waiting like a panther, ready to pounce the moment it touches the floor, springing you forward.
What? You should be locking your ankles. Don't have them flapping about like some kind of hanky in the wind.
It's interesting, coach, because I know there's a technique when the knee is flexed to dorsiflex the ankle. Basically, pulling your toes up to your shins. It's a similar concept of the stretch shortening for the glutes, just with the calf. The idea is to create a greater calf contraction when it hits the floor. Personally though, I've never found this a particularly effective cue because it requires the tibialis anterior, the front of shin, to contract very hard to pull the toes towards the shin to get the calf to fire.
And you don't think that springing off your calves is going to make you faster?
Well, research suggests that the Achilles stores 10 times more energy than the calf muscle. Rapid dorsiflexion isn't going to do anything to help the tendon when it's in mid-flight. Putting the Achilles on stretch is more likely to create a timing issue than increased power output. I personally think it would be better to just focus on stiffening your ankles before impact so that there's as little flexion as possible when your hoof hits the floor, but that's just me.
Locking, stiffening, same thing. Must have missed when wafting ankles was breaking world records. Jenkins! Solid ankles. What up? I must have missed when you got Coach of the Year. Jenkins break a world record, did he?
Anyway, one benefit of the drill is as a neural activator to reinforce the firing pattern. Over time, look for improvements in range, responsiveness out of the top knee position, speed of the snap down, listen for impact on the floor and closeness of the foot on the floor to your center of mass. And as you're not in forward body lean, I'd say that this is more of a top speed drill that's going to make you faster in your flying sprints. One that'll encourage you to get the foot down and back fast while remaining loose and fluid.
Win the race. Get first place with faster pace. Win the race.
And be mindful of the support leg. Ensure that you're squeezing the same side glute to create that hip hyperextension. This will give you the appearance of standing high on that hip.
I said that at the time. High hips. Where's my instruction?
Well, I had to mute it to do the voiceover.
Well, let them hear a proper coach.
Fine.
Right. High hips. Snap down fast. Snap down snap. Snap down faster. Snap down snap. Pathetic. Worse than Jenkins. Do it again. See? That's all you need. Snap down. They have to chase. Win the